So here it is, the season finale to season 2 of Blue Lock, and it went out with a huge bang. I'll be honest, I didn't even realize that they were going to do an hour special like Bleach. I did expect Bleach to do it because they announced it. It's like, okay, it's going to be, the last 2 episodes together. I was like, okay, cool. And then I go to the, Blue Lock expecting to see 1 episode, and I saw 2, and I'm like, oh, Blue Lock decided to do the same thing. Okay, cool. So yes, we get the last 2 episodes of Blue Lock for this season, and boy, thank God they're both together, because if there was just this one, leaving off on episode 13 alone would have been a absolute massacre. But thankfully we get to see how it continues, and man, what a triumphant end to this season. That, it might have crawled, it might have hobbled its way through, but it came in at the end with a nice slam dunk, and it was amazing. So let's get into this, because this was mighty nice. So we finally got to see the flow state of Atoshi Ren, and boy, it was awesome. I love how they did the lighting. It made it seem like this dude was literally like Godzilla destroying everybody, and then the aura coming off of him as he's going down the field. I love how it showed everybody else like Ego here, and it just see the red glow from him as if he's some mighty big monster pressing down the field. And the way that he absolutely destroyed everyone. They did a good job of, one, letting us learn who the opponents were from Japan's U20, learning what their skills were. And it was all for this moment when Ren comes in there. It's like, okay, your skill is this. All right, so I'm going to destroy you this way. And then you go to somebody else. All right, your skill is this. All right, let me show you how to destroy you. So all these big skills, what made the character the best in their so-called field, Ren just absolutely destroyed them. And I love how Isagi broke it down as saying how his brother goes in and destroys people beautifully, calculating. And then here he is, Ren just like, nah, I'm just going to absolutely get this ball by you in any means possible. So it was just such a good moment to see Ren do this. And this wasn't even his final form. After he messes up and it seems like he was going to score, maybe he gets scored, but it's like, no, that's not the end of it. His brother gets it. His brother's just, it's like, he's still not there. And Ren realizes, like, the one that's really messing up the most is me. I'm the one that's half-baked. I'm the one that's messed up. And he's like, nah, I'm tired of being in my brother's shadow. And he's like, if I want to be a player, a good player, it must be for me. And it finally dawned on him, after we've been discussing this so many times leading up to this final episode, it really dawned on him. Like, okay, stop being in my brother's shadow. Stop being the person that everyone keeps comparing me to. It's like, be me. I want to be that player. And so, yeah, his tongue is out, it's wagging, and he's like, I don't give a care. I love how, this final sequence, they came down with the black bars, like we're in the movie, we're in the theaters. They upped the game on the graphics. Literally, we can see where all the graphics budget went to. It was here at these final moments. They made sure the final moments were done very well. Like, of all the season, of all the moments, they did make sure, whenever someone was trying to score and stuff, they did, okay, that the graphics for that looked pretty amazing, pretty good. They made sure this last segment between Ren and his brother was the most beautifully drawn and well done moment in all of Blue Lock, so we could get that final score from Isagi. And you know what? I'm not mad at him, because I would be more heartbroken if they did mess it up. But they came down with the black bars. They came in with the skills. They showed all the mix-ups and such from both brothers, and then bam, showed the moment that Ren surpassed his brother to a degree where the ball went up and Isagi was able to get it. So mighty nice the way that they had done this. And one thing I did notice, even in that last matchup with his brother, Sai did not even go into his flow state. Like, the only real moment that he really kind of was flowing and calculating real well was when he got the ball and decided to dribble past everybody. this is when he was like, yeah, I'm gonna up the game up. And he went crazy. After he did this, he went kind of back to normal. If you look at the eyes, if you look back at that moment between him and Ren, he was normal. He was like, okay, you know what, cool. And he was doing his normal mix up to try to mix up his brother, kind of the same way he mixed up his brother at the beginning of the game several episodes ago. He tried to do the exact same thing, and Ren was like, nah, I can read you now, bro, and hit that ball away. So it makes me wonder, like, of course, we're going to definitely see Sai in the future, but it makes me wonder, like, if Sai actually went hardcore from Go, if Blue Lock could really win this. If Sai really was, like, entering as if he's in his calculating flow state from beginning to end, this definitely would have been a shutout, because you can see where Sai was trying to kind of play with the other teammates, quote unquote. But then this moment where he kind of did it himself, he was like, nah, I got it, I'm good. And just took down most of Blue Lock. So you can kind of see where Sai was holding back, and he definitely held back a lot. And he anticipated that he would be able to beat his brother in that final moment, but it didn't happen the way that it went down. That's why it surprised both Sai and Ren. Ren, of course, hitting the ball away. That wasn't a surprise, but it was a surprise when the ball went up that Isagi was there. Everyone was like, okay, the ball's up. All right, we'll get the clear ball. And then all of a sudden they just cut, everyone just looking, it's like, is Isagi's over there? And Isagi's like, yeah, the only one that believed in Ren that he would get the ball away and stayed back just for the ball to come at that magical moment. That where Isagi learned a few things in this game. He definitely did. He got a few more puzzle pieces, if you will. And once he got that final one, that sometimes luck is definitely a part of it. And it's great that he got that ball in, being the fact that he is, you know, the MC that we wanted to actually get that ball in. And I love the moment when he has to go to the interview and he's like, wait, I gotta do an interview? I love that first. He was like, so yeah, Blue Lock will get the World Cup. And then he's like, nah, I will get that World Cup. It's like, yes, you are an egoist. That's what it's all about. The return of Kunigami at the very end there was just such a nice piece, because it definitely did feel like he was, when they were leading up at the beginning of the series, it did look like he was going to be an actual contender, a good player. But the fact that he got ousted in I believe the beginning of the second phase, now this Migo Egoist League, which is like, okay, all right, Ego's getting what he wants. So is now that Blue Lock is returning to being what Blue Lock is with eliminations and such, what's going on? Is he going to bring back other people that were eliminated and be like, all right, these people that were eliminated before, let's see if they can come back and, you know, we whittled down to find who is the #1 egoist striker. Right now, it's Isagi. And Isagi is literally yanking the skills out of everyone as he is sitting here manifesting his own game. And then even Ren, before he went into his Godzilla mode, realized that, hey, all these other players are playing as good as I am. Ren is no longer the #1. It's like everyone was stepping up in the game. There was no like, who's the #1 player, who's whatever. It was like, Ren is like, wait, everyone is evolving. And that's what he's like, I can't have that. He started popping off. And here it is, Isagi. Isagi has now surpassed Ren. He has worked up and has gotten to the point where Isagi is using Ren instead of Ren using Isagi. And it's, you know, culminates into that last goal, which definitely does not make Ren happy. Thus one of the final scenes there where Ren is like, okay, you're my rival now. Because before, Ren looked down on Isagi like, man, you're whatever, you're nothing. But now he sees Isagi as an equal, if not higher than him. He's like, yeah, we're going down. Because it all came down from his brother. Here it is, Sai coming up after the game and sitting there like, hey, I didn't know that Japan can make such a good striker. I was wrong before. And Ren is thinking that he's talking about him like, big bro, really? Oh, You shouldn't have. Only to come back and say, yeah, Blue Lock created such a great striker like Isagi. Once Red realized that it wasn't him that he was talking about, it was Isagi. Oh man, he was livid. To go from, big bro, thank you for thinking so highly of me. You honor me. Isagi's like, not you, idiot. I'm talking about Isagi. And Red's like, Isagi, I can't believe it. Oh man, that's so good. This expression alone was absolutely amazing. So this is when he realized, yeah, Isagi is my rival and I have to surpass Isagi because his own brother is sitting there praising Isagi's name and honors Isagi. He's like, yeah, I can't have that. All right, so overall, as far as for a rating for this anime, for this season, I definitely have to give it an 8. This definitely could have been even higher of a score if just the graphics was pulling it back. Because I will have to say, the material here, you know, supplied by the manga, was absolutely amazing. The story, the evolution of the characters as they're trying to get one back forth, and even the game itself, how back and forth it went, was absolutely on point. But the graphics held it back. The fact that they gave all of the graphics budget to this moment here at the very end, I mean, was a great moment. But why couldn't we have had that all season long? Honestly, if the graphics was on point from beginning to end on this whole season, this definitely would have been an even higher score. It definitely would have been a 9, 9.5, like even close to a 10, because the hard part was done. The story was great. The elements of each character as they pop off, like we're going one way and all of a sudden here comes this one person. Oh, they go in their flow state. Oh man, they go in a, so it had some nice shiny moments and definitely had some moments that was like beautifully done. But then at times in between, it was like the PowerPoint and did pull some moments back of being great that they could have been. So, I mean, honestly, if I went back on the season and watched it, I could definitely see it's like, okay, yeah, that definitely doesn't look as good as it could have been. I'm just hoping, Lord, hoping that when season 3 comes out, that this whole thing is not a problem anymore. They realize that how well graphically things can get done is, you know, by this moment here, and they decide to do the whole season like that. And that whatever budget, whatever issues the studio went through get resolved. Here's hoping, and that they bring back an anime that is clearly good. Blue Lock still was one of the top anime of the season, regardless of the whole graphics holding it back. And if it wasn't for the graphics holding it back, it would definitely be the top anime of the season. But I know there's a lot of people that graphics mean much more to them than the whole story and how things are written and how they're portrayed. I'm the opposite. I mean, give me a good story and then I'll look at the graphics secondary. But I can't look at a still picture and then imagine, you know, like as if it's the manga, like, let me imagine what's happening between the squares and the moments. It's like, come on now. Like, give me the whole reason why it's being brought from the manga to the anime is because people want to see the segments animated and they want to see it done well. So great anime, like I said, story was well written. And if it wasn't for the fact that animation held this season back, this would have been one of, if not the top anime of the season, you know, even alongside of Bleach and the others, it definitely would be up there. I will have to say the fact that this is still a good anime and it was still something I enjoyed seeing from week to week. Overall, that's going to be it for Blue Lock for right now. We will definitely have to see what happens in the future when it's brought back. As my recording right now, I haven't seen anything that has announced like a definitive date of it coming back. You know, if it's going to be coming back next year or anything, you know, that can all change by the time that this comes out. And, you know, we could be announcing something else happening. But at this moment in time, this is what I know. In the meantime, tell me what you guys think. This is, you know, you already know my opinions. You've seen all these videos. If you haven't already, make sure you are a subscriber. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed because we'll definitely be discussing more anime as the next season is upon us. We got Apothecary Diaries. We got a whole lot of other ones that I'm looking forward to discussing and reviewing because, man, I love some anime and I do enjoy it. Don't be a stranger. Like the video, please subscribe, hit that bell notification for more updates as things are coming out. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reviews for Blue Lock this season. It's been a grind. It was fun to watch it, and I love this anime. And I look forward to if and when they come out with next season in the future. Until then, you guys be safe, take care. Lord willing, I will see you next time. As always, take care, stay safe, and see you next time. Space Cowboy. Bye-bye for now.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.